Hey everyone, in this video we are going to look at the difference between SQL and NoSQL. SQL is a structured query language. It's a language which can be understood by the databases, that is, especially the relational databases, whereas NoSQL means not only SQL. So coming to the differences, SQL databases are primarily called as relational databases, that is RDBMS, whereas NoSQL databases are primarily called as non-relational or distributed databases. SQL databases are table-based databases where you have multiple rows and columns, and each row represents the data for a particular resource, whereas NoSQL databases are of multiple types. They can be either key value pairs, document based DB, or graph based DB, or column based DB. SQL databases have fixed or predefined schema where you know the number of fields that will be sent for a particular resource. So let us say you have a resource 1 with 7 fields, then resource 2 will also be sending the 7 fields, because you will be having a total of 7 fields in this table, and if you don't get any value for it, you will be storing it as null, but you will be storing some value. And NoSQL have the dynamic schema. That means you don't need to have the same number of or same type of fields for all the resources. It can be different types, like the first resource can have 2 fields and the second resource can have 10 fields. So it will be dynamically changing based on the number of fields. SQL databases follow ACID properties. ACID stands for atomicity, consistency, isolation and durability. And NoSQL databases follow CAP theorem. CAP stands for consistency, availability and partition tolerance. SQL databases are vertically scalable. That means you can increase the size of a particular machine so that database can be increased and the memory of the database can be increased. Whereas for NoSQL databases, you cannot increase it vertically, but you can do it horizontally. SQL databases are better for multi-row transactions where you will be having rows and columns and each row will be representing a particular resource. Whereas in NoSQL you don't have those type of things. Instead you will be having unstructured data where each resource can be having different types of fields or different number of fields. SQL databases are best suited for complex queries. Let us say if you want to write some complex query based on the data that you have, and if you have a structured data, it will be better or it will be easy to write the complex queries based on that structured data. NoSQL, because we don't have the structured data, writing the complex queries gets really difficult there because the data will be different for all the resources. Examples of SQL databases are MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle, MS SQL Server, etc. And the examples for NoSQL are MongoDB, GraphQL, HBase, Neo4j, Cassandra and all. If you like this video, do like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel.